cool. The Deluxe Nova Collection. This thing is, not sure how well I'll be able to get this on camera, but this thing is very big. So this
Maybe I need to move out of the way.
Yeah, this is the Deluxe Nova, and I don't know if I can get the, yeah, there we go. So it has UV finish on a lot of the detail. So it's in person, it looks really cool. You can catch the light in various ways, but you can sort of see where the UV coating is as I sort of move this around. You see the reflection. So one of the things we did was do the Star Realms logo. It has that UV finish, and like the explosion coming out of the center all has it, so you can catch the various highlights. All the little ships and stuff have it. The planet, all the details on things have that finish, so it looks super cool. It's hard to sort of catch exactly what it looks like on the camera, but this gives you some idea. So you can see it's we've got that UV finish on all sides. There we go. Yeah, and all the artwork has it. Tough to catch the camera angles, but there we go. And another thing we did, which so this is a magnetic box. We added additional magnets in here. The last one felt pretty good, but we wanted to see what it would be like if we basically doubled the number of magnets in it. So this has a really solid seal. It holds, very strongly. And when you open this up, we have this big art all through the top here. And you can see the faction logos here also with that sort of UV finish. And then, Deb, can you take the sort of top of this box so I don't flop it over too much? And looking inside, you can see we have the board goes there on top. Let's set this down for a second and take out the board. I've showed the board before, but it's super cool, so it's worth another look. So so this is a full playmat size board, and this is one of the reasons why the Deluxe Nova Collection box is so large, because we wanted to fit in this big board. And we initially were planning on doing the board with a linen finish, but we instead decided to go, just love the UV effect on the box so much, we put the UV effect on the board itself. So all the ships and bases and the explosion and such in here all has that UV effect. So you get, as you look at it from different angles, you get really cool features. And then if all that shininess is too much for you, we've got on the back of the board, this is just regular art on here, so there's no UV effect on this side. So this is this side if you want sort of just a sort of normal board without the cool effects. But frankly, I'm gonna be playing on this side. And then inside the box, so one of the things that you guys asked for was more storage space. So we redesigned the inside of the box to your request, and this is the new design. Now this is everything Star Realm. So basically, the side with the dividers here, that's the Deluxe Nova Collection stuff, all the foil cards. And on the other side, I have Colony Wars, Frontiers, all the expansion packs. Now I don't have extra Scouts and Vipers. I just have the 6 sets of Scouts and Vipers and the Explorers that come in the Deluxe Nova, because that's enough for a 6-player game. But as you can see, there's more room, so I could fit those extra ones in there if I wanted to.
And these are sleeved.
Oh, and yeah, this is all sleeved cards. So basically, if you just had the foil cards, takes up about that much room, goes up to about here without the sleeves. Sleeves obviously add to the thickness, and these are of course all the foil cards. So this is the foil card in the sleeve, and again, it's kind of hard to catch the stuff on the camera, but you can sort of see what it looks like. And of course, if you want to see them without the sleeves, can I get the focus? There we go. So yeah, these cards look really sweet, and they're thicker than a regular Star Realms card, but with sleeves, it's fine to be playing them together if you choose to. And the score dials all go in here, and these we had a weird issue where we had the right grommets in these little things that hold the dial together. And in part way through the process, when we got the last sample, they weren't using the right ones, and it had too much wiggle. So we got that corrected. So these are nice and sturdy, and so you got the score dials. Flip around to the back, and so you can go to 199 on the score. We've got 6 different score dials that all go into this space here. So you've got really pretty, nice, solid, big score dials for 6 players. And this material here is very solid. It's got sort of a velvety feel to it. So this is like a nice thick plastic, and this is really solid. We've got a space for the oversized cards, and that's got a little well underneath it. And we had the foam blocks the last time the first time we got them. This is one of the things that were corrected. These were too small. These guys are a nice big size, so they fit in really sturdy. Try and take this for a second and show.
We had a question about why are the cards thicker?
So flipping this around just to show. Oh, can I get this box down? Yeah. So basically, you can see that foam block is holding those in really good. It's practically straight up, and it's just holding it right there in spot, so it'll stay. So, I'm gonna sit down for a second so I can answer.
Sorry, we have
questions.
a very tight space where we sit where he's trying to show the box.
All right. So, why are the cards thicker? So basically, we took a while getting. There's a lot of trial and error getting the right paper foil mix. If you've seen foil cards from various games, you'll notice that a lot of times they tend to warp. The foil cards look super cool, but they're not an even material. There's paper on one side, there's foil, there's a foil material applied to the other. Changes in moisture can affect that, and so sometimes you'll get foil cards that will bend like a Pringle. Like basically they have this terrible bend to them. And that's happened with a bunch of my Magic cards in certain times, and other games where I've had nice foil cards. So we wanted to minimize that effect as much as possible. So basically, we tried a bunch of different papers. There's a whole bunch of different papers that you can print cards on. And we tried a bunch of different papers with a bunch of different thicknesses, had foils made of all of these, had put them in sort of humid areas and tested them over time. And basically this thicker cardstock performed the best. So basically over time they stayed pretty much flat. And some of the other ones, had that wriggling effect. Now, obviously, you're going to have to treat your foil cards nicely. Like if you play them in the sauna, who knows? That could not work out well. But basically, we wanted to make the base material on these the best we possibly could to make it so that you would have as little of that sort of warping issue as possible. So they basically, that's why these cards are a little bit thicker. So if you were playing unsleeved and you picked up the cards and you were good at this sort of thing, you would definitely be able to tell the difference. Oh, this is going to be one of the foil cards, and this isn't. One, this is a complete collection of the base, the Nova sets. So it's totally enough to play on its own. So you don't have to mix it with other stuff unless you wanted to bring Frontiers in, etc. And two, if you play with sleeves, which you probably want to because they're super awesome, beautiful cards, so you want to protect them over time. So if you play with sleeves, it's no big deal. So yeah, that's the reason why we went with the thicker cardstock, and frankly, that's one of the issues that took that we thought would be a fast process, but ended up taking a lot longer than we thought, because like the standard cardstock stock we thought would work with the foils, but it didn't hold up as well as we wanted it to. So these are what the dividers look like. These are that nice hard plastic, so they're thick, like got cardboard, or I mean a credit card style material, and they got the art on them, so they look really nice. And of course, they've got the stuff on both sides. So those are the dividers. Obviously, when we make the Colony Wars stuff and the Frontier stuff, we'll add some extra dividers to sort things out further. Yes, those are the dividers. I'm super happy with the quality of the product. The cards, the foil cards look awesome. The board's incredible. The box feels really good, and it's quite sizable.
I also want to add the insert. It has like flocking, so it's like fuzzy, a little bit fuzzy to the touch, which is really nice.
Yeah. So and people who back this, you guys have been waiting a really long time, and I apologize for. So two things happened. One, the production process was trickier than we thought. I was like, oh, we've already got all the files for this. This is going to be quick. And the quality control stuff ended up taking a lot longer than we thought, because basically we get samples and it's like, no, that's not good enough. We need to make these so they don't bend, etc. So we kept going back to that. And also the foiling technique, we basically did a whole bunch of different methods. So basically there's some standard foil card making techniques, and we thought we could do better on how those looked. There were many trials of different methods for how to foil, how to apply those foil layers to the cards. Really happy with the end result, but took a very long time. And of course, we, in the process of making and getting all these samples, the factories were shut down and open again, and shut down and open again, due to the COVID situation. So basically, I know you guys waited a really long time. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope that when you get the final one in your hand, you feel that it was worth the wait. The whole team worked super hard on these, and special shout out to Randy Delvin, who worked his tail off many late nights
all night.
These, on these various on the various foiling techniques, and getting the whole thing looking amazing.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and the whole graphic design team kicked a lot of butt on it. But so yeah, that is the Deluxe Nova collection.